sometimes when I visited one of these other cities, like Paris or Rome, and I come back and I see London like that, and I think, this is really something, which in a sense makes it more lively and more real. And that's why fashion comes off the street, and why books come out of everyday life, is that there's a reality about it, which I think contributes to it.
Personally, I feel that the principle should be that our main museums and galleries should be free access. You should be able to go into the National Gallery and look at one painting for 10 minutes, if that's what you want to do, and come out of there. But it is equally important that people value what is on offer, and therefore I think the big exhibitions that take a lot of investment, a lot of curating, those things it is perfectly proper to charge for, and I think people don't mind paying when they get an experience that is absolutely wonderful. I think London's become an incredible cultural city, and the legacy of the Olympics in 2012 has meant that not only is it a wonderful magnet for tourists, but also that encouraged the cultural institutions in London to work together and collaborate.
Well, this is a very special exhibition because it's about the Ming Dynasty, but just a 50-year period. It's when Beijing becomes a capital city and China is an early global superpower. There's nowhere else where you could do this type of exhibition. The British Museum is really a meeting point for cultures.
So we're expecting more than 2 million visitors will come to the exhibitions, the galleries, the performance halls, which have come together to celebrate London's cultural season this autumn. The cultural sector is absolutely vital to the London tourism economy. We're seeing record numbers of international tourists coming into London every year, and 8 out of 10 tourists tell us they come here to visit the museums, the galleries, to experience the heritage and the cultural offer that London has.
The Museum of London is soon to open an exhibition on Sherlock Holmes, opening in October. The exhibition is to look at the genesis of Sherlock Holmes, London's involvement in the Sherlock stories, also providing some context to late 19th century London. And so trying to present what we know a little bit about Sherlock, so the deerstalk or the pipe, but then turning it a little on its head to see if we can present Sherlock Holmes in a way that might surprise people.
My diplomatic career has enabled me to visit many great world cities. Based on that experience, I think that London can fairly claim the title of being the center of the world cultural and creative industry. Next year will be designated as the year of China-UK cultural exchange. In conclusion, I wish London Autumn Cultural Season a great success. I look forward to many more excellent cultural events in London and more splendid charters in China-UK cultural exchange.
I'm also very delighted to be given the opportunity of talking about a new edition, a small but I hope important addition to that panorama, and it, as you've heard, is the House of Illustration. Simon Sharma, who was writing about it in the Financial Times, says, bless him, it already feels like a sure hit, another gem to add to London's bottomless jewel box of art. But I've also been asked to draw something.
When you see what the South Bank has achieved in recent decades, how Exhibition Road has been transformed, what's happened in Trafalgar Square, you realise that what we need now is a radical, forward-looking agenda to invest in a visionary way in the public realm of London, so that all the visitors and residents of the future will be able to move around in an environment that is accessible, welcoming and healthy, in which the arts and culture are absolutely central.
But we too must tell a compelling story about what London has to offer and why people should come here, which is why it's important that we work together as a city. We are much more effective if we collaborate rather than just work on our own. And working with London Partners, Visit Britain, the Great Campaign, as well as all the different cultural organisations in this room, We are also trying to develop a cultural tourism plan to look at how we can sell ourselves better, what practical things we can do as a city to promote ourselves on a world stage.
Leaves fall, light softens, afternoons stretch into evenings, the city, a mess of browny red hues. Autumn's coming. Old masters are resurrecting. Autumn's coming. Icons, both fiction and non, converge on the city. Autumn's coming. Horses shine, keys shimmer. Traditions are upheld for queen and country. Keep calm. Carry on. Autumn's coming. Dancers leap. Voices roar. New silhouettes are revealing. And the whole city is buzzing with the news.